married that and made babies with it. Look at Nicki Minaj. You got married level 3 sex offenders. And do you know since then, she done moved out. She don't live at the house they was living at no more. Kenneth there by herself. She literally got him a zoo.
Jaguar Wright just read Nicki Minaj's husband Kenneth Petty for filth, and she did not hold anything back. She exposed Nicki for allegedly enabling her husband's bad behavior, paying for a house, and indulging his every whim. Jaguar also revealed that Kenneth is a deadbeat dad who barely sees his son, as well as a lot of other crazy things that will leave you shook. Well, this sent Nicki on a wild rampage, and she has been dragging Jaguar, slamming her for speaking about her family and claiming that Jaguar is an alcoholic who is also on drugs. Nicki is also threatening to sue Jaguar or pull up on her, whichever one comes first. This is a hot stinking mess, so let's break it down because Jaguar might have just met her match in Nicki. Y'all, Nicki Minaj is ready to take it all the way there with Jaguar Wright after Jaguar spoke on Nicki's husband and son. Now, if there is one thing that Nicki can't stand, it's people speaking on and coming for her husband and speaking on their marriage because of her husband's past and the allegations that Nicki allegedly helped her husband intimidate her husband's victim, Jennifer Ho. Nicki Minaj's marriage has been through so much drama, I can't help but wonder if she's had a chance to enjoy being married and becoming a mom. It feels like every other week there's some new controversy or scandal popping up. And when I say drama, I'm not talking about your run-of-the-mill stuff. I mean, we're talking full-blown head-spinning drama that's hard to keep up with. And if you've been out of the loop on Nicki's married life, let me fill you in real quick. So back in 2019, Nicki tied the knot and everyone was like, yay, good for her. It was all smiles and congratulations. But then, come March 2021, we found out that her hubby had a past. Turns out he was involved in some serious legal trouble back in 1994, and to make matters worse, he hadn't registered as an offender in California like he was supposed to by law. Things pretty much took a nosedive from there because the victim, Jennifer Ho, soon came forward and alleged that Nicki and Kenneth were her, along with enlisting their friends to do the same. Jennifer even claimed that the so bad she couldn't work and had to uproot her life by moving homes. And if that wasn't enough, Jennifer dropped a bombshell saying that Nicki and Kenneth roped in a guy named Black to offer his $20K to lie and say Kenneth never mistreated her, basically asking her to sweep the whole thing under the rug. So naturally, Jennifer sued Nicki and Kenneth, and it was just one big mess. Anywho, Kenneth got probation, but did that stop him from acting up? You bet not. In September last year, a video went viral of Kenneth and his friends outside calling out for rapper Offset and threatening to jump him if they saw him outside. It even got worse than that when Kenneth threatened to murk Offset. Threatening someone on any given day is already crossing the line, but doing it while you're on probation, that's just asking for trouble, plain and simple. It's like putting a target on your back and daring the authorities to come after you. And true to form, folks wasted no time calling him out for stirring the pot and accused him of trying to spark drama with Cardi for absolutely no reason. Naturally, Nicki got pulled into this mess too. The backlash was so intense that Kenneth felt the need to air out some private messages between him and Offset, where they apparently had a heated exchange. According to the text, Offset DM'd Kenneth a couple of days ago and asked him to pull up, saying, "Where are you located? You owe men and females business with no money for war. Don't post me either since you a gangster, right? You live in Charlotte too?" Kenneth replied, "I'm outside heavy, ain't hiding from no man, especially no rap man. I'm outside gangster. Shut the F up, man. You ain't even get no get back from them guys your people." Offset then replied, "You a grown man talking ish about a woman. You're a P." Offset also said, "You guys too old and don't be outside, and also you can think what you want, but you broke and ain't far from me catching already. I'm not gonna say ish else to you online." Kenneth replied, "I ain't hiding, my man. Get in line." Offset clapped back saying, "Get some money." Child, not the broke shaming. Offset continued, "Goofiness. You men ain't standing on no business or no money. You broke, I can tell, goofy man." And Kenneth then threw a punch below the belt when he brought up Takeoff's saying, "Use that money to get them men that partner, my G. That's gangster." They kept going back and forth, trading insults and daring each other to meet face to face. And then, against all odds, Kenneth and his crew actually took Offset up on his challenge. They pulled up. Now, the details of what went down between them are still murky. Why did Offset suddenly slide into Kenneth's DMs? What had them so fired up at each other? There's speculation that something went down at the VMAs last year that flew under the radar, sparking this feud. It kind of makes sense, especially considering how random it seemed for Offset to reach out to Kenneth out of the blue. Well, Kenneth's video where he was threatening Offset went viral, and surprise, surprise, it got him into a lot of trouble with the parole board, and he was sentenced to 4 months of house arrest. According to the legal documents, Kenneth was recorded on video making threatening remarks towards a specific individual while in the company of someone with a criminal record. As such, the probation officer believes placement in the location monitoring program will effectively allow for closer monitoring, limit his movements, provide a sanction for his non-compliance, and hopefully encourage him to reflect upon and reevaluate his current status in the community. Child, not them telling him to go stand in the corner and think about what he's done. The document went on to say, praying that the court will order Kenneth Petty shall participate for a period of up to 120 days in a home detention program, which may include electronic monitoring, GPS. To say the least, Nicki's situation with her husband is embarrassing, and it gets brought up every time she gets into a fight because people always bring up the fact that her husband is a you-know-what. Well, in a recent interview, Jaguar Wright spoke about this, claiming that Kenneth is allegedly a deadbeat father to their son, Papa Bear. According to Jaguar, Nicki and Kenneth don't even live in the same house anymore, and he rarely sees Papa Bear. Allegedly, Nicki pays for a house for him to stay in, as well as a woman for him to have his fill with him and doesn't embarrass her.
He was going in. You should have known he was going to be a You married that and made babies with it. Look at Nicki Minaj. You got been marrying level 3 offenders. And do you know since then, she done moved out. She don't live at the house they was living at no more. Kenneth there by herself. She literally got him a zoo. And she fills it with who don't mind rough sex. And she lives in another house with the baby. But he's supposed to be the primary custodian, which is why he ain't in jail where he's supposed to be, because he got to take care of the baby. But the only thing he's taking care of is making new victims. Who watching Papa Bear? I thought that's why he was here.
Yeah, this is embarrassing, and Nicki is furious over this because, like I said, she hates it when people talk about her marriage and her husband, especially when Papa Bear is brought into it. An insider claimed that Nicki has been flipping out on Jaguar, threatening to sue her for speaking on her and her family. Other sources claim that Nicki has allegedly been spreading rumors about how Jaguar is a liar, an alcoholic, an addict, blah, blah, blah. She has also allegedly sent a strong warning to Jaguar to keep her family out of her mouth, or else there is going to be trouble for her. Fans find this embarrassing for Nicki, and they commented, "Dog, Kenneth Petty is embarrassing. Nicki loved that man like that. I wish Nicki would leave Kenneth. Like, this is so embarrassing." And people want Nicki to leave her husband, but her Leo self is not letting him go. Her ego is tied to her relationships, and especially after sticking by him for years despite the constant dragging and corrosion of her legacy and reputation, divorce would be too humiliating for her at this point. Yeah, this is high-key messy, but y'all drop your thoughts about this in the comments, then check out this next video.